Hello everybody, I'm DerTebbers. Welcome to Skyrim, heavily modded. We are going to start with this episode, which is episode 0. I want to introduce you to our character and talk a little bit about some of the mods. So I'm going to go ahead and load our character. I've already created her. It makes it a little bit easier. And yes, it is a her, because I like to play with female characters. All right, first thing you'll notice is we're in a prison. We're in a prison because we have the alternate start mod on. And I wanted to take off her initial clothing because I wanted to show off her tattoos and also talk about why in the world she's wearing brilliant white clothes. I wanted to show off her tattoos because these are really, really nice tattoos. In fact, if we get a little bit better in the sun, I want you to look at this dragon on her back. Is that not beautiful? Absolutely gorgeous. The wolf on her arm is very nice. She's got some bear prints on her chest, and then she's got another dragon along her arm there. Very nice looking indeed. Let's put her back in her clothes. Her foot wraps on and everything. There we go. Now, why do we have this brilliant white underwear on? The reason we have the brilliant white underwear on is because I usually don't play with the stuck-on underwear, meaning I usually play with removable underwear on all the characters. And the underwear is there's a mod that allows you to have different kinds of underwear throughout Skyrim so that they can change at will. The problem is you can remove all of it. And this is America. At least YouTube is based in America. And a lot of you are from England. And we live in the Victorian era where nudity is evil and sinful. So I had to cover it up. So I decided to cover it up in the most inane way, which is a brilliant white covering, which is kind of silly, but there you go. That's what we did. All right, so let's take a little bit better look at our character here. Now, this is my dear Annowyn. She is a wood elf. So you'll notice she has some wood elfy looking ears there. Yeah, but her face looks very human. And the reason her face looks very human is because she is a half elf. That's how we're going to play her. We're going to play her as a half elf. Okay. Let's turn off those extra lights. There we go. She has very menacing looking eyes. They will get more menacing when you put enough coloration on there. Very brilliant red hair and sort of a dark skin tone thing going on. There's a shadow problem with the way the light has to work, but the very darker skin tone. Very much a person who's been out in the sun a lot, which is true of our character here. So she is... She's a very interesting looking wood elf. Now, the nice thing is these mods that I have, these mods let you go deeper than you can ever imagine. We have all these things, but it just keeps on going. There's all kinds of things you can add to this to really create exactly the kind of character you want. We've done what we need to. But additionally, there's also what's called the sculpt ability. And if I hit that, you actually can change based on various pieces of the body. Yeah, you can be very, very specific with what you do. I don't go anywhere near that level of detail. So we're just going to say okay to finishing and naming our character. Her name is Annowyn because that's just her name. All right, so this is our character Annowyn. Now we have a few more things in our inventory right off the bat. Let's go to all. We have a sugar ball. Yeah. So the sugar ball is part of a mod for I need, which means we will get hungry. We will get tired, we will get thirsty, and we'll have to handle all of those things. We have a bar journal because we have a mod in here called Let's Be a Bard or Play a Bard or whatever. We can become a bard if we so desire. We have the wet and cold icicles because we have the wet and cold mod in here. We also have what's called Frostfall, which means we can die of hypothermia. Excellent. We have trade routes set up because we have what's called the trade routes mod. It creates trade routes across all of Skyrim that allows us to become, if we wanted to, a merchant where we would buy low, sell high, because logically you would buy low and sell high. So that's just some of what we have in here. There are a lot more mods in here. In fact, when I first loaded up, the reason that I didn't show you the character creator is because when you finish the character creator and you appear here in the alternate start prison, the game then takes another 5 or so minutes on my computer to load in all of the extra mods on top of it, and we're still not done. When I select our alternate start, we're going to go to the alternate start and then immediately get blitzed with another set of mods that we have to turn on before we can actually play the game. So it is very involved. Here is our alternate start, our statue of Ma right here. Now, I already know which alternate start I'm going to take. I will show you all the possible alternate starts.
And choose where your new life shall begin.
So you can arrive on board a ship. If you ever put the alternate start in and you want to start with a lot of money, you want to arrive aboard a ship because that's actually pretty cool. You can also own a property. That means you, like something like the Breezy Home in Whiterun, you actually just outright own it, and that's where you start. That's just fine. You can be a member of a guild. You can be a patron at an inn, which means you just wake up at the inn. You can be a soldier in either one of the armies. Here's the vanilla start. It'll just send you back to vanilla start. Now, with the amount of mods I have in, the vanilla start doesn't actually work, so we can't do that. You can say, I want to escape this cell that you are in right now, in which case you'll be given some lockpicks and you have to escape this cell. And it starts you wherever the cell is. You can be an outlaw in the wild, which means you are literally in an outlaw enclave. You can be a vigilant of Stendar, camping in the woods, shipwrecked off the coast, vampire, a necromancer, a warlock, attacked and left for dead, or you can hit surprise me. Now, again, because I'm so heavily modded, I can never hit surprise me because there's always a chance that it would do this one and then the game would crash and we wouldn't be able to do anything. The three that I was really looking at was I'm camping in the woods, I was shipwrecked off the coast, and I was attacked and left for dead. And I've tested all three of them. We can't do I was shipwrecked off the coast because we have frostfall in here and we die of hypothermia before we get to land. Not a good thing. I was attacked and left for dead. It's okay, but it doesn't fit with the character we're going to be building here. And by building, I mean her personality. So we're going to be camping in the woods. So that's where we're going to start. Now, this was episode 0, so I'm going to click on...
The woods can be so peaceful this time of year. Good hunting.
I'm going to click on that. Now, all I have to do is go choose that bed, and we start. Now, we're not going to start right now. This is episode 0, so we're going to end it here. There's a Google link to all of the mods I'm using. Prepare yourself before you click that link. There's 170 something, I don't know. And many of them have multiple plugins, so I think I'm running 240 or 250 plugins in this game. It can be very daunting. Some of this stuff like Sky UI and SKSE and the EMB systems, those can take a lot of work to set up, but feel free to try to download all those mods. Now, do note, most of those mods are available on the Nexus. Not all of them. Now, if you can't find them on the Nexus, the other place to look is the Steam Workshop library. What I do is I download the Steam Workshop library, then I grab the files, because they're .esp files. I grab those files and I pull them to a separate directory, and then I delete Skyrim, download the vanilla Skyrim, load everything in, and then you need a program called Loot. You'll have to search for it. Now, you can also use Boss, but Loot is the newer one, and it will put all your plugins in the proper order. Order is very important or things won't work right. That being said, next time we're going to start the life of a hunter, the half-elf Annowyn. Look at those eyes. Yeah, we're going to see what happens to her, what happens in her life. I never play Skyrim correctly. Never. I think I've killed 2 dragons my entire time playing Skyrim, and I've played many hours of it. All right, until episode 1, I've been DerTebbers for the half-elf Annowyn. If you like this video, this series, make sure you like and subscribe to all of them. Subscribe if you haven't already been a subscriber. I'm not going to say that on every video because it would break the immersion. But all right, until next time, say goodbye, Annowyn. Annowyn, say goodbye. She's not going to talk. It's just the way she is. She doesn't talk. All right, everybody. Till next time, take care.